much does that thing weigh? Well, and then, you know, if you show your orientation, all restaurants have that
This is
Chris, what are you doing here, girl? Ashes. You got ashes on your thing.
Well, true. I mean,
Richard.
I know. I just don't want it to burn a hole in it.
Dad.
Once the
Are you heading
lands
home?
were deeded over,
Okay, well, Mom went home because Jay was supposed to call at 5:30.
that land for, or that access to this waterway was restricted to a certain plot of land that goes from Dallas all the way up to Lakeland. Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this
How you
whole
doing?
thing was closed.
Can you step on that? Thank you.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll just go with ID and yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks. Basically, just off my captain because the chief hasn't seen the documentation that you guys have from October, and it hasn't been run through the city attorney's office, and everybody has blessed off and thrown off on it because Morrison's no longer here, and we have a new chain of command for the city. We're going to go over. We're going to tell them that we're trying to resolve this peacefully. Ask them to leave. If they don't leave, we're just going to make a report on it. We're not going to, because we don't really have anything to enforce right now. Because we have a new mayor, we have a new city manager, we have a new city attorney. So until the city attorney can get a hold of your documents and can review it, basically we're trying to take the word of some attorneys in San Antonio that are trying to look at 200-year-old land grants.
And we understand that. My question would be this. Y'all have made arrests here before for trespassing
Well,
many times. And what has changed today?
I don't know that we've made arrests. I know we've ran people off, but according to our dispatch, we haven't had any arrests out here. We've had a lot of...
Well, probably because they left.
Yeah, we've run a lot of people off.
They leave. Now, these guys aren't going to leave. Okay.
And then we will fully identify them and we'll file a report on it.
And if they have
then-
records, you'll arrest them.
Well, depends on what it
We
is.
should have a reason to arrest
Yeah,
Oh, I
them.
know.
We just can't
I
arrest
just
them.
want to make
Yeah.
sure.
So,
They would respect your position, but it's waste of time.
my suggestion to you guys would be to set up a meeting with the chief, the city attorney, and the city manager.
Sure.
And say, look, this is what we have, this is our documentation, this is what we've created, this is why we've created it. How do we resolve this?
Yeah, I mean, in fact, Heidi called Robert and just got his cell phone, but I mean, that's fine. I mean, I understand your position. It's just frustrating because it is.
Of course it is.
I can tell you with 100% certainty it's private property. And they're trespassing and they know it. And these guys stand over here.
Well, and
that's like-
it's not saying that nothing will happen to them. It just means that we're not going to arrest them right now. Once, it's basically like y'all got in a fight and we come and we're not going to arrest anybody right now. We're still going to take the report and we send that to the DA's office. If they accept the charges will be filed at a later time. It doesn't mean that they're not going to be charged with it. It just means we're not going to arrest
But
them
if we
right
do
now.
determine it is in fact private property and they
Then-
were in
then-
fact
then-
trespassing,
Then you guys will have to go down and swear out a complaint requesting that law enforcement action be taken. Once that complaint is sworn off and signed off by a judge, then warrants will be issued, and then yes.
and will you explain that to them?
Yes.
That's a possibility.
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to
Okay.
do. Okay?
Yep.
So we're going to go, do you know who we're looking for exactly?
Yeah, I think it's those three right there waiting for you at the table. Right.
Okay, all right.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, sir.
I don't feel safe going over there
No, I
myself.
wouldn't.
Well, they could tell you to go away if they didn't want you to. It's public. Yeah.
do not have to leave. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
We
what
can ask
what I
you
am
if you
saying
would leave
is that
peacefully.
we are asking you to leave peacefully, so that we can resolve this. Okay, it's so much easier to resolve something peacefully than it is
Right.
to have to sign out complaints, issue warrants, go to your home, go to your place of work.
Yeah.
You guys don't want that, and to be truthfully honest with you, we don't want that either.
We think that's pretty dumb just to come and look at the water.
If I can ask you, Mr. Zena, you said someone told you it wasn't private property, because we are in the midst with you of knowing is it private property or not.
Who told you?
Who
I
told you
just
that?
looked it up. I looked it up. I've been seeing a lot of controversy about it. And we come down here a lot, actually.
And what resource? And I'm asking so maybe we can learn the information, because I am
Yeah,
kind of
'cause
with you. Of, is
we
it or
would
is
like
it
to
not?
look at the same information you do.
Yeah.
I don't have specifics. I just looked it up and I read about it and I saw, and so that's all that I was seeing, that it's not in fact.
Well, and I'm asking is,
Yeah.
I'm here. We know who the gentlemen across
Yeah.
the street are, but it's
Yeah.
wonder how they're over there,
Yeah.
and they're not over here with y'all.
Yeah.
Wondering the same concerns. That was something I'd like to throw off to y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if y'all are here
Yeah.
with the same information other people are, but
Yeah.
yet they choose to come over
Well,
here and
we
go
come
in
here all the time. I mean,
And I'm not saying you don't, Mr. Brown.
we
Like I
don't
said, it's just-
vandalize
it
anything. We
comes
don't
down
damage
to it.
anything.
Right,
You know,
and
we just-
nobody's
we
ever
like to
accused
look
you of
and-
doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were
Okay.
talking to my son about some problems in school, and we just looked
You
at the
got
water and
resolved with
sat
him?
down. We were just about to leave, but and he, that guy, like, what really upset me was I was the first person that he spotted us was our family.
Okay.
I mean, like, is he being racist or what? Because it seems like every time we come down here, he immediately runs at us here, or whoever. I've been told by several people, and we're not. We understand they live here, and this is whatever it is to them. But
We don't bring
if
trash
it,
down here.
if
We're
it's not
doing
private,
anything.
I
We're
mean,
not
we have every right to
fishing.
be on the
We're
water
just
as they do.
walking.
Well,
And,
and like I said, that's
yeah.
still
And I
in
understand it's
contention
under
right now.
legal.
And to clarify, water, land.
Right.
So that's
Yeah,
kind of where
I
we're
understand
back and forth with is that. And like I said, we understand. But to kind of, once again, from what he said is, these people probably lived here for a long time, just like in some divisions. Everybody knows everybody. There's communities that they can tell you that car doesn't belong here. Do you
Right.
know that car? Everybody gets together. Same kind of scenario here is a lot of these people have lived here for so long,
Right.
they know who and who is it. So I
Right.
personally don't believe it's going to
Yeah.
be a racist thing.
Okay.
They don't recognize you guys. You're not part of what they see daily.
I bet if I was walking down your street early morning, late evening, you'd be like, that guy
That guy
does
don't
not
live-
live
right.
on my street. And you wouldn't be doing it out of any type of racist
Right.
pretenses at all. You'd just be like, that guy doesn't live on my street. I've never seen him before. And that's basically what they do, because they know everybody, and,
Right.
and they have rules that they've set up amongst themselves where if you have a big party, please just give us a list of all your guests and keep your guests in one location
Right.
so that they can manage
So-
what in their interpretation is private property.
Now let me ask you a question then. So then you're saying if they all get together and they decide to make the rules and be like, you know what, we're gonna have this big party, we're gonna make our own rules. And let's say we live a block over and we don't like what's going on because it's too loud or whatever. They're gonna be like, okay, well, we made our rules. That's our problem.
No.
That's a totally different
That's,
Yeah.
that's a
situation.
totally
How
different
is that-
situation.
how is that different from
However,
this, though?
let's say that you live 2 blocks over
Mhm.
and they were throwing a party right here at this spot
Mhm.
and it was loud and it was disturbing you.
Mhm.
You call us, same thing. We're going to come out here. Hey, look, we've been receiving complaints. Your party's too loud. You need to turn down the music. If you don't turn down the music, then we're going to end your party. Just like we would do anywhere else. We do it with Billy's Ice House. We do it with several locations
Right.
all over town.
But keep in mind, Mr. Urbina, you would have to say, yes, I am going to file that complaint against them.
Right.
You can't just say, no, I'm anonymous. No, I'm going to file a
Oh,
complaint
yeah.
against them. I'm willing to do such. Here's my information. This is who I am, where I reside, etc. So
But the reason you could file a complaint is because we have a city ordinance, which is a law against
Okay.
that.
Against
But there's no
So-
law here, right? That we can't be here. Because if there was, then y'all already would have handcuffed
and
us
that's
and
why
taken
we,
us out of
That's
here.
what
like
we're
what I
waiting
said
to
earlier
verify.
was, we're trying to
Okay.
find out.
And
So
that's why we're telling you we're coming over here to talk to you
Oh, that's fine.
very peaceably
Yeah.
and to ask you if we can resolve this in a peaceful manner and just ask you guys to depart the location.
We will. We're probably going to be here for like another 30 minutes,
And then we'll leave.
We'll
Well,
be-
my,
leave.
my question to you guys is that if there is a law that says this is private property, which we're trying to verify right now, if there is a law that says this is private property, are you guys willing?
That's fine. I work for a lawyer. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, so,
perfect.
so
But you're also bringing
and let
your
her
son
finish.
into
That's
this
what she's
So
trying
I
to
know
do.
what you mean. Am I okay with getting a warrant and being arrested? I'm
Yes.
perfectly fine with that.
Okay. Along with your son.
But you're putting your son in this situation too.
I'm perfectly fine.
And how old is your son?
13. We're fixing to leave in, like he said, probably less
And your
than 30
dad?
minutes.
Step that.
Said that. Okay.
Yeah, we're
It
fixing
gives y'all a little concern that you're willing to let your son go to jail.
But we're not doing nothing wrong.
No, I know.
You
I
know,
know.
I'd
Mr.
understand if I
Bina,
was
let's back
vandalism.
up a little bit.
Yeah,
Back to her scenario.
Right.
If we do find
I
out.
read the paperwork.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not private property.
Well, I understand, but the possibility,
Yeah,
there's a
there's
chance.
a
It's a little
possibility.
seesaw, right? So you're willing to take that risk and have your son incarcerated if there is truth to it.
I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna.
And that's all I'm asking. I'm just because
Yeah.
my concern is you guys are adults. He's a child.
Right,
He's-
but
he
you
can't
didn't
make
come
a
with the
decision.
intent
No, I
to
understand
get
that.
in trouble.
Which,
So I
which
mean,
is
you're
why
saying
The
that
issue
to
is
me, but
right
we
now-
didn't come.
Yeah.
The
with
issue
that,
is right now
so-
is that they are saying that this is private property. And as the owners of this private property,
Thank you. You got to answer.
as owners of this private property, they are asking you to depart the private property.
Right, but they're not owners
But
of
there
this
is not
property.
a law.
We have. I've
Listen,
read it.
listen, let me talk for a minute. They are telling us they are the owners of this private property. Can you answer that? They are telling y'all that they do not want y'all on this private property to leave the private property. If they are the owners, they have the right to tell y'all they don't want y'all on the property. Y'all should leave the property. If you don't leave the property after being notified that you're no longer wanted on the property, that may be a violation.
Right.
If there is a violation, warrants will be issued and you'll be arrested at a later time. Okay?
That's fine. I understand. I understand what you're
So,
saying.
so right
I
now the
understand
issue
what you're
is
saying.
they are saying that this is their private property and they want you to leave right now. So if you all are willing to leave right now, give us some time to figure this out and we can get into contact with you at a later time to say yay or nay. You avoid the charges. But if you continue to stay on this property after you've been notified that you're not wanted on this property, criminal charges can be filed. Okay? That's
Y'all
what
see
I'm
the
trying to
difference
explain
with what
to
she's
you.
trying to explain.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
what we're asking is for you guys to just leave now so that we can contact you and say, hey, you guys were absolutely right. We were absolutely wrong.
Here's the writing for
And
it.
that's
Here-
gonna take
here's-
how long?
Probably
It may be Monday-ish.
2 weeks max. Because this is going to go to
Yeah.
the city attorney this week.
So then,
You work for attorney, ma'am?
let me ask you a
Yes, I
question.
do.
How long does something take when you have a legal matter?
It
Does
takes over
resolve?
a year. It takes a long
It
time.
depends on what it is.
It depends, yeah. Some of
on
those
It takes
you
a
do,
long time.
and this one could be where it could take 2 weeks, it
Yeah.
could take 4 weeks. For us to tell you it'll be resolved immediately,
Yeah.
we'd lie to you. And we're not going to.
Everybody that we need
Yeah.
to get together to figure this out
It's
on
not going to happen
Saturday
on
is not
Saturday
gonna
or Sunday.
happen. So the earliest would be Monday.
By the way,
And so, like I
Yeah.
said, this is our position. We're not going to arrest you, but we are asking you to just.
But we've
peaceably-
already trespassed the property if it's already trespassing. So whether I stay here another 30
Well,
minutes or if I leave, they're
no,
still gonna.
No, because
Oh.
if you leave now that we've asked you to leave,
and you left, you
okay,
complied.
and you left, you comply. So I have no authority. Okay, what I'm saying to you once again is if you don't comply, okay, but we will go back, and if it is deemed that this is private property, then warrants will be issued. And so that's what we're trying to avoid. We're trying to avoid all of that. Okay, it would be much better and much easier on all of us if we all departed at the same time.
Right.
And then once we find out, we can get in contact with you and say either yes, it was private property, or no, it was not private property. As
Right, that's
opposed to, hey, guess what? Now you have a warrant for your arrest.
Right.
So that's what we're asking.
That's fine.
So are you guys willing to get up
It's
with
up to
us
you,
and
Danny.
depart?
Yeah, I just had a question.
Ask away, Danny.
So what happens if at a later time you call us or you contact us and you tell us, hey, you know what, guys, it's not private property. What is there anything we can do? Can we file a complaint since it's not going to be private property?
If it's-
Wouldn't that be fair? That'd be like if us going to Land Apart and calling the cops and being like, hey, you know what, we don't want these people here because we live in the city of New Braunfels, but they're from Bastrop, so we don't want them here. Okay, y'all guys, hey, you know what, guys, y'all are from Bastrop. We're gonna ask you nicely to leave. Go ahead and leave. So
We have
And
to have
to
a
help you
reason,
out, what would be
okay?
the charge?
What would
I mean,
that's
we
what I'm
don't
asking
care.
y'all.
And that's what we're saying.
Why
It's not an
would that
actual
be?
criminal? Because they truly have the belief that this is theirs based on history, like you said, of 200 years plus of history. Thinking, hey, listen, we purchased this property.
But they're actually
with the belief.
they're actually
Yeah.
a different.
So it's not like they're
there's
trying
a
to
different island
slander
that,
anything up a
that they actually think that they own. It's not
Yeah.
this actual island. There's
Well,
two.
There's three actually, if
Okay,
I'm correct,
well,
right, Corporal?
yeah,
There's
there's
three different ones
So
that
this
actually
is the
fall
wrong
upon
one
back
that they
from
have
years.
paperwork on.
Well, actually, the paperwork that they have
Is for three.
is for all three islands.
So,
Okay.
yeah. And to go with
Yeah.
that, like I said,
Yeah.
it'd be different if they came over here and they started putting hands on you. Y'all
Right.
need to
Oh,
leave. Y'all
of
need
course.
different circumstances.
Yeah.
But by coming
Right.
over here and calling us, Okay, well, that's what we're here for, is to find out, is there A, a violation, or B, no?
Yeah.
So there's not a criminal law, there's not a criminal offense that they've committed yet. Now, once again, if they came over here, they were cussing, you know good this, and your
Yeah,
son,
right.
then yes, you can go to the Bronx Municipal Court and file a
Right.
complaint and we go that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, no.
But as of now, there's not a criminal offense on their behalf as well.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
So we'll
yeah.
go. Okay. I think that'll be the best thing, and in that way, everybody, it stays peaceful, and
Sure.
we don't
And
have.
if you give me a second, I'm gonna give you a case number.
Okay.
So you can refer back, so we're fair with everybody, so we can try to figure out. And like I said, please don't expect it immediately in
Yeah.
a week or so. Give us some time. Brownfields 294. Can I get the case number? Yeah, sorry, I'm getting sick.
51904.
51904, sir.
Yes.
My name is Officer Cuellar, or Cuellar. Like I said, you're more than welcome to call me. I usually work Fridays and the weekends. So if you want to call me like on a Friday coming up, I can look into it. And then I'll be more than welcome to call you and say, hey, listen, so far I'm at no ends either. And give you back that information. I have no problem doing that.
And by all means, you can come to the police department, and you can
Yeah,
tell
here's
them
the case number.
situation. Here's the case number. Has anything been done? Is there any type of resolution to this?
And what's a good address and phone number so we can get in touch with y'all?
575 East Torrey.
I don't know if it's
Your
allergies or
apartment number?
sick.
Apartment 1014.
1014?
Yep.
And a good phone number?
830-624-6678.
Do you have any
So
other
that way
questions
we
for us,
gotta
Daniel? I know you had
wait.
some questions.
And that's pretty much all I wanted to
No,
ask.
no, hey,
Okay.
and
And
that's
I'm
what
sorry
we're
for
here
being kind of
No,
hostile
no,
at
no,
first.
you're
It's just that
fine.
you got to understand where I'm coming from too, because we ain't really doing anything wrong.
Right, I
Like I
understand
said,
that.
I can understand we were having like a picnic and just leaving trash everywhere,
Right,
or if
right.
we were fishing, or
And that's why
just
we, you know,
swimming.
we came to you all same thing.
We're just having a talk.
Right, and that's why I came over, asked you if I could sit down, because I want to keep this as civil and as polite as possible, because there's no reason for any of us to get upset. Okay?
Except for the hat right
until we
here.
can figure
Get
out,
rid of the hat.
you know,
Maker's hat.
until we can figure out 200 and some odd years worth of Spanish land grants and deeds, and you know, once we can figure all that out, then you know we can make public notice in the newspaper, on the television, on the radio. We can get this information out.
Right.
Okay? And that's all we're trying to do.
And then y'all can even go back and pass it on word of mouth. Hey, you know what? It is private property. Oh, you know what? It is not.
Right.
It's either or, and that's something. It's a learning thing for everybody here.
Yeah, for everybody.
It's not just for y'all two,
Yeah.
or three, all six plus. I mean, that's exactly what this is going to come down to. It's going to find out what exactly is what. So,
Sure.
And I can tell you that for as long as any of us has been here, this comes up every year.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
try
yeah.
to resolve it, we try to resolve it, we try to resolve it. So that's what we're trying to do now. And I think I've made contact with the right people today to get the wheels spinning a little bit faster. So.
We appreciate it. And sorry for
Thank you.
bringing y'all out here.
No,
We
no,
know
no,
there's
that's okay.
there's
That's
things
okay.
that y'all need to be doing instead of coming out here to worry
problem.
about the island.
Oh, thanks.
man, get rid of that hat, bro. Come on. Lakers, man. I'm telling you. Okay, I will give you the Bulls. And that Michael Jordan. That was it.
Derrick Rose.
I don't watch him. I watch too much.
It's getting heavy.
I'm sorry.
It's getting heavy.
Aren't you intimidated by this lady carrying this 1981 vintage VHS?
I don't even know who she is.
Like I said, it don't bother us because we won't do anything wrong. Like I said, I can understand we're bringing a picnic and leaving trash or
They said
fishing.
they were gonna start these process to find out whether was private property or not. And I said, well, I've looked up the paperwork. I said, it has nothing, saying that they belong to any of these people, And what upset me the most is that we walked in with a group of people, a bunch of people, and out of everyone, we were the only ones
Get a picture of this lady right here.
We were the only ones that were told that we didn't belong here and that we needed to sign in and that we needed to leave. That's pretty much it. That was it.
All right.
So that's it. We weren't doing anything wrong. We came to talk to my son about, things that are going on in school. We didn't vandalize anything. We didn't damage anything.
But yet the police came.
Yeah.
Do you know there's a police shortage right now?
No.
Did you know they're having trouble responding to burglaries?
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. But they had time for this, which is real nice. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. I don't know what to make of this pregnant lady. Anyway. Okay, well, I guess we're done. Oh, good. Good.
But yeah, that's what we were told, and they just said that they would contact us and link or whatever.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Alrighty. Next time, let us know before you go. Do you know how long it takes to get here?
Especially during worst days.
Way out on. Yeah. Anyone care to provide a statement to the media?
I didn't know the media was here.
Oh, yeah. Would you like to provide a statement?
No, not
You
really.
don't have anything to say? All right. Do you want to?
I guess the only thing I'd like to say is that, thanks a lot, Jason.
Sure. We just want to make a point that we weren't hiding from you over there. We just didn't want to disrupt the thing while it was going on. Would you like to complain? No? Okay, then we're going to leave. Ma'am, if you're pregnant, you should not smoke.
Hardly pregnant at 67 years old.
He's so. See, that's where
He's
they
wanted to
go.
talk about weight,
That's
isn't
the
he?
level they
That's
go
so
to.
mature.
Isn't that it? The way, and then that
looks pregnant, you know.
he's got twins. Well, they're still on the bridge.
See, that's what they do when they get frustrated. That's what they do. They sink to that level. It's just.
I'm just wondering what's changed. I worked when I was there.
Yeah, that's fine. Thank you again. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, sir. We will have that to you by Monday. Can you maybe do it tonight? Yeah. They'll send it over tonight. All right. Appreciate it. And the whole thing is, the letter be the first to go to college? Would it be the first to go to college? Okay. Well, we don't get that easy program, sorry. But we like to play. Hey, man. There's going to be let me know if you need anything, brother. Let me know, man. Say, I'm on weekends. You call me. We'll talk. I'm on the bike talk. Thank y'all. All right. And we asked if they'd like to so there we go. All done. You get a good picture. All done. I got a couple good pictures of her face too.